Hi, this is Emily. I just saw that Team USA qualified for the Olympics. Are we the favorites to win, and what are your thoughts on the roster?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So Team USA has qualified officially for the Olympics. Super excited about that. Are we the favorites? I would have to say we are. Look at how they played in these qualifiers, and you look at the roster. And one thing you can't have a guy on a major league roster or a 40-man. So if you're on the 40-man roster or obviously the big league roster, you can't be on the Team USA or any nation's roster for that matter. So we have guys like Todd Frazier, Matt Kemp, David Robertson. When you look at our roster, it is set up to win. You look at our roster and it's full of ex-big league guys, fringe big league guys, some minor league guys. It's really good. And we absolutely dominated the qualifiers, outscoring the opponents in 4 games by a total of 29-10. Just ran right through it, dominated every game. So I have to believe this Team USA is going to be the favorites heading into the Olympics. And look, that's not, I would say that's a rarity to some extent. And you would think that we would dominate the Olympics, but first off, baseball's back in the Olympics for the first time in a while. It's in Japan, where obviously they have a huge baseball audience. So I'm really excited it's going to be back for the Japan Olympics. But baseball hasn't been in the Olympics in a while. And when it was, Cuba was dominating. The Cuban team was absolutely dominating the Olympics. And I think it's going to be really cool to have a good Team USA team involved and to hopefully win it all, because this roster is built for that. And as of now, Cuba hasn't qualified. They didn't qualify. I think there's still a chance for them to get in. But this Team USA roster is built to win, built for success, and it's going to be really fun to watch them come time for the Olympics in July and early August. So, Rick, hit me with that next question.
How you doing, Ben? This is Pablo Avila in Houston, Texas. I'm a huge Astros fan, and my question for you is, so the Astros have been struggling to start the year in regards to their bullpen, but just now they have a healthier roster in the starting pitching lineup. Do you think that the Astros starting pitching, getting as strong as it is now, is going to carry them into the postseason, or do you think that it will eventually just be the hitting and the amazing lineup of hitters that we have from top to bottom that's going to get the Astros to the playoffs? Thank you very much for answering my question, Ben.
Perfect. Thank you so much for calling in. Look, I don't think no matter how you draw it up, they are getting healthier on the pitching side, but this team isn't built around the pitching. I don't look at the Astros pitching staff as a whole from the rotation through the bullpen and say, this is an elite pitching staff. It's not. They've gotten healthier, which is going to be huge for them, having Jake Odorizzi to put in that rotation, having Framber Valdez back, able to put him in that rotation. And then what they did, which I actually think was very smart, is move guys to the bullpen. You know, you look at the rotation right now. You look at having Lance McCullers and Zach Greinke at the top. That's a great top of the rotation. So to have more depth in it, I think is going to be huge for them. But to be able to move a guy like Christian Javier from the rotation to the bullpen, look, I don't think he's a bullpen guy, but they need it. They desperately needed somebody, and they still do. They still need to add somebody at the back end of that bullpen because it just hasn't been getting the job done. So to answer your question, what is going to get this team to the playoffs is going to be their offense. The offense is elite and has been all year. They're, if not the top, they're at the top of the league in runs scored, average, so many offensive categories they're at the top of. So this team, make no mistake about it, is built around this lineup. The lineup and the core guys of Altuve, Bregman, Correa, Brantley, Jordan, those guys right in the middle of that lineup, that's what makes this team elite. And that's what's going to get this team to the playoffs is the offense. Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.